Easter, and we have one weekend yesterday, so we hadn't to work, and that's all.
All right. So great. So you had a long weekend, and so you had the day off yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. And I guess what'd you do with your day off?
You mean yesterday, yes? We just went to the supermarket and bought some products for a living because we currently live 40 kilometers from the city center, and we haven't opportunity to do shopping, for example, in 2 or 3 days. So we'll try to bought products in 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay. So we don't have the opportunity to go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the other thing that I remember. There's
We
something
haven't
else.
to do shopping. No, I think to do shopping very often.
We don't
In
have the
two in
chance
Yes, we don't have a chance. Yes,
to go shopping very often.
very often. Yes, just only once in 1 or 2 weeks. I said
Once every 1 or
once
2
every.
weeks.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Julieta, can you ask your question?
Do you live in the countryside? Hi. Hi.
Julia? Julia, are you there? Okay, maybe not. Mustafa, welcome to class. Mustafa, how's it going?
It's going well, teacher. Thank you for asking. How it's going with you?
It's going pretty well. I can't hear you very well though.
Oh, really? Okay. It is going very well. Did you
Okay.
hear that?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just a little bit quiet.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I hope. Okay.
yeah,
Now
maybe.
you can hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Maybe just try to speak a little bit more loudly, but it's all right.
I didn't know what's happened.
Yeah, Mustafa, how's your day today?
My day is going well actually. Yeah, it's going well. I didn't go to the work today. I went to university to receive my certificate. Um, so that's it.
Okay, certificate.
Certificate.
Good. Okay, so you graduated?
Can you? I graduated last year, but you know what? Like, what's interesting and surprising, I received my certificate after about 1 year. So really interesting.
Interesting. Well, congratulations
Yeah,
on getting
thank
that.
you. Yeah, but you know what? This is specific kind of certificate. Like this is attached with the degrees and something like that, so it can be late. So like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And Julia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Something was wrong with my connection. Sorry.
No worries. Julieta, can you go ahead and ask?
No, my question was, do you live in the countryside?
Julia, can you answer?
What? Yeah, one countryside. Can you repeat, please?
Do you live in the countryside?
Yes, currently.
Okay.
And I really like it. I want to move to the village maybe in future. Have big house.
Okay.
Do you have any?
A big house. Have a big house.
Yes.
All right. Nice. Julieta, can you welcome Julio to class?
Who? Julio? You, Julio? Hi, Julio.
Hello, Julieta. How's it going?
Hi. How are you? It is going well, thanks.
I'm okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello, teacher Joshua.
Hey.
Hi.
And Julieta, can you ask him another question?
Okay. What did you do for breakfast? Oh, what do you have?
You
What
could ask
did you
either.
have? Okay.
I had a sausage sandwich and a
Mm,
Coke.
a Coke?
Pretty cool.
Wow, that's cool.
A soda. Mm.
Yeah. All right. I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me?
Sure.
Yes, I can hear.
All right.
Yes.
So I
Sure.
think it's what happens if I take too many classes in a row. My browser just doesn't really support it, so my screen freezes. So I'm gonna close the browser and start up again. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Julio, maybe ask what Julia has done today. Ask some questions about that. Kind of talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in just a second.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Julia,
Mm-hmm.
tell me, how long have you been studying English?
How long I'm learning English? Maybe for 2 years. Something like this one. And what about you?
I've been studying English for, I don't know, maybe 5 years.
Oh, it's too long.
Yeah, it's a long time. It is a difficult language, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico, very
Great.
close to the United States. Are
Mm-hmm.
you from Russia?
I'm currently in Russia, but I'm from Ukraine.
Oh, okay. I think Joshua is back.
I don't want to
Yeah.
interrupt. Are you guys doing all right?
No, everything was great.
Okay, good. Sorry about the breakup. All right, and yeah, I guess let's get started on today's class. Do you guys have any other questions for each other?
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
have a
do have?
question for Mustafa.
Okay.
Mustafa, are you a Harry Potter fan?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Oh
Yeah.
man, you're
Really?
not a fan of Harry Potter.
Yeah. I even didn't watch any part of his movie.
But the books are good.
Also
Are
the
you
books.
are
I
you a
haven't.
Daniel Radcliffe fan?
I know this is the picture of profile picture of him, but I don't even know him. Just another teacher on Verpling mentioned his name, and I recorded on my notebook, so I know his name is Daniel, something like that.
Do you think he's cute at least?
He's cute. That's why I put his picture.
Okay,
Oh,
that makes
that
sense.
makes sense. Okay. Um, and I can't believe you don't like Harry Potter. Um, yes. Julieta, can you read the title and the next lines?
The news. Today, we will practice conjugating verbs, read comics, read and discuss news stories, and practice role plays.
Can you repeat that word?
Practice.
And Julieta, can you ask Julio the first question?
Julio, what is the role of newspaper in society?
Nowadays, misinform people, sell ads, and it's another way for rich people to display pictures of their boring parties, and it has good comics though for children. And I don't know, stain your hands with dark ink.
Good. Maybe for staining your hands with dark ink. Quick question, do you think that comics are only for children?
No, no, no. They are like intended for children, but they do have some hidden messages just for adults, like between the lines. Pretty cool.
Okay. That's fine. All right, and good. That's a good answer. Again, I think I'd use the gerund here. So like misinforming people, selling ads, and then the rest was really good though. Nice. Welcome to class, Rebecca. Rebecca, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you. How are you?
Doing really well. Thanks for asking.
Nice.
Rebecca, this is the same Rebecca that's generally in my classes. You just
Yeah,
changed your...
I've just changed my picture on the weekend. Yeah.
Okay. On the weekend, over the weekend, we would say.
Well, I think it's over the weekend always, no? With the weekend.
Yeah. So over the weekend, I changed my picture.
Well, but the picture is from Spain in Easter. Easter or at Easter?
It's from Easter, or it was taken on Easter.
Okay, in Easter. Okay.
Sorry, it's from Easter. It was taken on Easter.
Ah, okay, it's from Easter. Yeah.
Mhm. Julio, can you ask Mustafa the next question?
Mustafa, what would the world be like without news?
It would be more peaceful and more nice because nowadays the news are full of negative things. I think a lot of news contain what can I say, like propaganda, not real thing. I don't know how can I say that. I think the teachers are frozen.
Okay. Okay, what do you think about that, Julia? What do you think the world would be like without the news?
I think it will be chaos. House. I don't know how to tell it properly.
Chaos?
Yes. Yes, like this one. We need to know. We need to know all news contains which contains money, health, sales. I don't know. Help people, help animals. I don't know everything. Every news we need to know any news.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's good. So two differing opinions, for sure. I think it would be chaos. We need to know all the news that contains.
Of course, it will be peaceful and nicer in some way, but what about people who needs our help, for example? They want to not earn money, to take more money for ill children. Just only we have this information just only when we read the news. So you understand what I mean?
For sure. I think that, yeah, just to learn maybe ways to help out in the world, but also to kind of keep control of people who would take advantage of not having news. I think that, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe Giulietta, the first question. So what do you think the role of newspapers in society is?
It's the role of power.
Excuse me?
The role of a newspaper is to show the power.
Okay, so show the power where it's being held. Do you think it does a good job of that?
Yes, they do. They do a good job because that who controls the media controls everything.
Okay, those who control the media control everything. So do you think that those... So the role of newspapers is to show the power. So you're not saying that they show other people who have the power. It kind of creates the power?
No, I think they do not create the power, but they are a way to confirm the power.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what you're saying. Good.
Can I
And Julia,
some?
yeah, go ahead.
We always have to choose what newspaper or what article to buy or to read. So if some article is under media control, we can just pass it and look through another one which will be really interesting and useful for us. So
Yes, but I think the weak part of the world do not have the chance to pass a newspaper.
why?
Because they are weak.
They don't have a chance.
Yeah, it's like zombies, yes? Zombie people. They just read it and thinking about it and tell gossips to the neighbors and something like this one, you mean, yes?
Can you repeat, please? I didn't get the last part.
It's like, for example, I read the article which will be absolutely wrong. I read it and I will be thinking about it. I'm be thinking about it and I tell my neighbors about it, and it's like gossip, yes, like gossip news.
Yes.
I understand.
Well, I think it's not that simple. I mean, it is difficult to tell which article is actually telling you the truth, especially if all of them are hiding the truth, like it happens most of the time with media. Because usually who owns a newspaper also owns a news channel and also owns a radio station. So you hear the same lie over and over again so many times that you can't help but believe in it. So it's difficult, and also nowadays we don't have the time to really analyze all the information we get because we live fast lives. So we pretty much take whatever we hear and we take it as truth. And it's so much information every day. It's like they are bombarding you with information. So it is difficult to keep an objective look at things.
Nice.
Teacher, I think like we have to make difference, like to clarify. You have to clarify between the news and the media, because if you meant like the news we have like political news, something like that, the good and the bad news. So we mentioned like propaganda, something like that. But the media, I agree with Julieta, like it's the fourth power, so we cannot ignore it anymore because it's the fourth power. This is the reality of the media nowadays. It can change the mind by thinking,
Okay.
push people to do bad things,
Okay.
push people to do good thing. It's contain a lot of that, a lot of things like TV series, shows, programs, everything. If you know what I mean.
Definitely, it's massively influential. Okay. All right, and Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how's it going? Ken?
I think it's loading.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanna add something. Like, it's so impressive how little we know about the world through first-hand experiences. Like most of what we know is for what we've seen on TV or listened on the radio or read on a newspaper. I mean, everything what we know about foreign countries, about what's going on in different parts of the world, everything we know about space, we know about society is shaped by the media. So the media actually creates the world or a perspective of the world as we see it today. So that's the ultimate power to create the environment where you live in.
Media creates the world where we live.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so definitely. So the media creates our perception of everything around us.
That's
And
like
so,
Americans that they believe that Cuba was hell and Fidel Castro was the devil. Why did that
yeah,
happen? Because media created that perspective.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. Especially about, things that are going on in other places. Yeah, the media has maybe an investment in telling things that are interesting. And sometimes what actually happens in countries isn't that interesting, and so it wouldn't sell. But good. I think that's all really good.
Can I ask
New
you
class.
one little question? How I should
Yeah.
pronounce chaos?
Chaos. Chaos.
Chaos. Hmm. Chaos.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Chaos.
Chaos. Thanks.
Teacher,
Simone, how's it
sorry,
going?
teacher, with that
Oh,
spelling is not chaos?
chaos. So it's like awe,
Chaos.
chaos,
Okay.
and that's like the A. Yeah. So phonetically, the way I phonetically spell words is more similar to Spanish pronunciation, I'd say. It's kind of a mix though, so it's not maybe the most accurate, but I try to keep it consistent at least. So yeah,
Okay.
probably not the most accurate, but try to keep it consistent. And Simone, how's it going?
Hi, everything's okay. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, and so I think we're good here. We've been talking a lot about the news and the role of newspapers in society. Does anybody else have anything else they want to say about either of these first two questions? Okay. Let's look through here. Rebecca, can you read the title and the words?
Sure. Vocabulary. Correspondent, cover story, breaking news, to verify, plagiarize, 24 hours news, editorial, independent media, eyewitness reports.
Okay. Yeah, you did a really nice job. Plagiarize.
What does plagiarize mean?
Plagiarize. Can you repeat?
Plagiarize.
Plagiarize. Okay, and what does plagiarize mean? Does anybody know?
Okay, I guess it could be something like copy. Copy someone, copy an article, copy a book, copy. Could be that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too similar to Spanish. If I pay attention of the word.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. And any other questions? Okay. And let's go to
No,
our
I have
first
question.
news.
No, I have question. The first one.
Okay.
The first one, yeah.
The first one. So a correspondent. Does anybody know what a correspondent is?
It's from correspond? or no, something else?
Sorry?
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's a
The
journalist.
So, excuse me?
I guess it's a journalist in other country, you know, to report the news in the country where he or she is.
Yeah, so generally somebody who's even in another place. It doesn't have to be a foreign correspondent. Just somebody
Okay.
who's in another place who sends the news back to where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And any other questions here?
Editorial.
Okay.
From
Who knows
edit?
what an editorial is?
From edit?
Sorry?
Like from edit? Like a part of the word, the first part. EDIT.
Yeah, sort of. Any other ideas?
What the eyewitness report? Oh, well.
Oh, so back on editorial. Does anybody have any other ideas
Okay.
how to explain it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So when it comes to newspaper, it's small text, and it's about and it's like our I can say it's the opinion of the newspaper about a topic, a very important topic of the day. So, for example, my newspaper has an editorial every day talking about an important topic, and it's the opinion of the newspaper, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. The opinion of a newspaper concerning an important topic, for sure. Generally, it could be written by an editor. So often it's written
Yes,
by
it
an
is.
editor.
Yes. And could be also on TV. There are some programs which have this kind of editorial. So there is a presenter talking about an important topic every day.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if we'd call that an editorial as much, but yeah, so it's a similar idea. Okay. And I think we also have an eyewitness report question. Who knows what an eyewitness report is?
Well, I guess if I'm thinking, I guess it's a person who was in the scenery of, for example, a crime, or you know, or the in the place where the new take place. It takes place.
Took place.
Took place. Yeah, past.
Okay, good. And all right, I think we're good here. Does anybody have any? Okay, hopefully no other questions. Danny, how's it going?
I'm fine. Sorry about the late.
No worries. Okay, well, welcome to class. Let's go into the first story, and let's have Simone. Can you read the title in the first part?
Yes, sure. I'm not sure if I can see. It's too small, but I'll try. So this story. Yes, thank you. Yesterday, Russian President Putin lifted, lifted a ban on selling a missile defense system to Iran and lifted a lot of international eyebrows.
Good. Russian.
Russian, Iran, Iran? No, I don't know.
Iran.
Iran. Thank you.
Yeah. Or you could say Iran. Iran,
Iran.
Iran.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, and yeah, Simone, what's happening here? In that first part.
So I'm not sure about the meaning of a ban, but I think it's like he's sad, so it's like a bombastic news, something like that.
Sorry, it's like what?
A bombastic news. I don't know.
So a ban is if you ban somebody from doing something, you say they can't do it. So it's like a prevention.
Okay, so it's nothing what I was thinking.
Yeah, so a ban on selling missiles is just it said that they would not sell the missiles. And so if you lift a ban, it's saying you get rid of the ban. You start to allow selling missiles to them again.
It's similar to a Brazilian word, banir. Yeah, understood.
Okay. And what about the last part? What's that mean?
So I think the word is worried about it. So eyebrows, it means like when we are worried about something, we like lift our eyebrows.
Yeah, good. Okay. And welcome to class, Bruno. Bruno, how's it going?
Hello. Agora foi.
Hey, okay. Kind of hard to hear you. But yeah, again, welcome to class. Julia, can you read the next part?
What are you talking about? Timing. It's not a coincidence that Russia decided to do this at a time when the US and other countries, Russia included, are trying to reach a final nuclear deal with Iran.
Okay, sorry, Julia, I'm gonna, hold on. I couldn't really hear you. Sorry, can you read that one more time?
From the beginning, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Timing.
Oh, Bruno, I'm gonna keep you muted because it's really loud wherever you are. So I'm gonna keep your microphone muted. Try not to unmute yourself for now until you talk.
Okay. Timing. It's not a coincidence that Russia decided to do this at a time when the US and other countries, Russia included, are trying to reach a final nuclear deal with Iran. As part of the deal, some sanctions will be lifted on Iran, including sanctions that prevented Russia from making this sale years ago. And speaking of sanctions, Russia has also been dealing with those thanks to its involvement in Ukraine. So this kind of sale could bring in some much needed cash to its economy.
Yeah. Cash.
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 Mhm.
Cash.
Yeah, cash. Good. Economy.
Economy.
And coincidence.
Coincidence.
Yeah, coincidence.
A coincidence.
Okay. And nicely done. Bruno, can you read the next part?
Teacher, but I have some question about the
Okay.
this part. Yeah. First of all, I don't want to translate coincidence. What's coincidence?
A coincidence. Does anybody know what a coincidence is?
No.
Yeah. Is when someone, for example, two people happen the same thing, or you know, they do the same thing.
Yeah, it was hard to hear you a little bit, but so when two things happen simultaneously, maybe because they're related, coincidence would be when two things happen simultaneously and it seems like they are related, but they're not. It's just a coincidence.
If
So
I'm reading a book and someone is reading the same book and I meet that person, you know, it's such a coincidence. I'm reading the same book.
exactly. That's a good example of a coincidence.
Okay. So timing. What's the timing? Timing mean timing in the past? What time do you
So,
mean?
does anybody know what timing means? Any ideas?
Is to choose the moment, the time, you know,
Yes.
the hour.
Yeah, so the moment of choice or the timing of something when it occurs. Okay.
So it's a teacher. It's common to use it like this in the first paragraph, like timing and point, like that.
Yeah, so timing, it's kind of talking about the coincidence
Okay. Okay.
that isn't
Uh,
a coincidence, if
okay.
that makes
Thank you.
sense. Mustafa,
Yeah.
also, it's really hard to hear you still, so if you could raise your volume a little bit, that would be helpful. Or
Okay.
maybe just speak a little bit more loudly. Any
Okay.
other questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Danny, can you read the next part?
Of course. The US says that the last thing Iran needed is high-tech military equipment. Iran is breaking rebels in Yemen, which is on the brink of a civil war, and backing President Assad in Syria, which is already in a civil war. And so you see why the US isn't so thrilled that Iran gets to block up its military sword. Like, who else is un, un, unimpressed? Unimpressed. Israel, who think is uh, ex, exhibit of lifting and sanctions will give Iran more power in the region, something it is not on board with at all.
Good. Okay. So a couple words. You did a good job for the most part. Equipment.
Equipment,
Yeah. Backing.
backing,
Civil.
civil,
Thrilled.
thrilled,
Thrilled. Thrilled.
thrilled,
Swag.
swag,
And exhibit.
exhibit,
And region.
region,
Yeah. Region.
region.
Okay. And Giulietta, what's happening in this paragraph?
Uh, so mm it seems that Iran now has more freedom to do things like backing rebels in Yemen, backing the President Assad in Syria, but um, that is not what US wants, and also what Israel doesn't want.
Okay, and it's also not what Israel wants.
Israel wants. Wow.
You get the
Okay.
point, Janita.
Yeah. And so what they're saying is that if Putin, well, because Putin lifted a ban on selling a missile defense system to Iran, people are worried that Iran, who's backing rebels in Yemen and also backing President Assad in Syria, might use those missile defense systems for purposes that aren't really like Iranian defense, is kind of what they're saying. Yeah, so it'll give
Teacher,
them more. Yeah,
teacher, your news is full of propaganda.
most news probably is, for sure. Yeah, and yeah, I guess Mustafa, what do you think? What do you think about this?
I just want to ask you about vocabularies because what I am thinking like it's opposite of this, of course. Like I want to ask you, teacher, about Iran gets to book bulk up. It's to like recharge or what? To bulk up, like
Bulk up,
bulk up.
yeah. So bulk up, it's kind of like
Provided,
a
provided.
bodybuilding term. So get bigger.
Okay. 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 Yeah, it's full of propaganda, as I said. I cannot display.
Okay. Yeah, which is
Yeah,
yeah.
because you know what, like, we already, if you want to be fair, already Israel has a nuclear weapon and everything.
Yeah.
Iran, so Iran must not have, Israel must have. Israel kill Palestinian people. Iran, on the other hand, Iran don't kill right now anything or they don't have war, and they offend them or something like that. So it's full of propaganda. It's
Oh,
complicated.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Okay.
Teacher, I have a question. What is swag?
Swag. It's a really slang word. Does anybody know what swag is?
Treasure.
I've looked it up
Swag.
and we have like 100 definitions of swag.
Yeah, swag is like goods. Generally, like they're ostentatious. They're like very showy goods. Um, but yeah, swag is like really anything that's good or expensive. Um, so like jewelry can be swag. Like robbed goods could be swag. Really nice clothes could be swag. Military things could be swag. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of swag. It's just something that's like good, a good product would be swag. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. All right. And Julio, can you read the next part?
Russia lets Iran get itself a defense system. Iran can use said defense system to protect its nuclear sites. See what Russia did there. That move would undermine the nuclear deal in a big way, according to deal makers who aren't clapping.
Yeah.
Undermine, right?
Undermine.
Undermine.
Yeah. Undermine the deal in a big way, according to deal makers who aren't clapping. Good. All right. So, yeah. I think good job. Does anybody have any questions here?
Yes, I have one question. Could you repeat, please, what means lifted a lot of international eyebrows?
Yeah. So, do you know what it means when somebody lifts their eyebrows?
No.
Does anybody think they know what it means when somebody lifts their eyebrows?
It's like to be interested in?
Sort of to be interested in.
It's more like to be surprised.
Yeah. So it's like to be surprised. Also, I think like Mustafa is saying, to get somebody's attention. It's kind of like a questionable thing. So maybe it's not something that they're really worried about, but it's something that catches their attention. So, yeah, when somebody does something strange, you look at them and you kind of lift your eyebrows and you're like, well,
Yeah.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions or comments here? Okay. We could go to the next one, or we could... So, what do you guys think? Read more news or read some quotations about news? What do you guys want to do?
Quote.
Quotations.
Quotations.
Okay.
Oh, roleplay.
Or a role play? Quotations or a role play then?
Play.
Roleplay.
Okay. And so guys, you'll have to make the characters. And I'm not even sure where we are. Mustafa, actually. Can you read the title?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Role play. Create the characters, then do a role play.
Good. And who's the character? The first character.
I don't know.
The president of Iran.
Someone famous.
The planet Earth.
Planet Earth?
Yes.
I like that. Okay, so the first one's the planet Earth, and what does the planet Earth want? Actually, let's do the other who. So who's the other character in this roleplay?
The American government.
Okay.
To make it more exciting.
And who? What was the other one besides the American government? Did we have another one?
We have Daniel.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel Craig?
I know.
Or what's his name?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. So does anybody have a preference for the American government or Daniel Radcliffe?
Oh my god.
I think the American government will be more interesting.
I think that'd be more interesting too. So let's start out with the planet Earth. Yeah, Mustafa, what's the... I guess let's just start out and see where it goes. What's the planet Earth say to the American government?
Maybe build a petrol factory, big petrol factory, no?
The Earth is saying that?
We need to connect... No, the Earth, the planet Earth and the American government. Okay.
Okay.
But this sense, I can understand. There is a reason why it's Earth and American government. What American government want from Earth, or Earth want something from American government?
Well,
maybe I can start us off.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Obama. Look at me. I am not just a Bush.
I'm not just a Bush?
Yeah, I'm not just a Bush. And I'm not talking about the former president. I am planet Earth. No, you're not going crazy. I think it's time for you and I to sit down and have a chat.
And have a chat. All right, good start. Auspicious. Mustafa, how does the American government or Obama respond?
Sorry, I don't have enough time. I am busy now about Russia. Like what did they do in the news, in your news? Like provided a weapon, nuclear weapon or something like that. I don't have enough time. I am busy. I don't know.
Okay.
Your problem.
All right. And Rebecca, how would the Earth respond?
Well, you can keep ignoring me, but sooner or later you'll have to face me. Face me.
Okay. Julia, how would you respond?
Okay, Earth. Let's talk a little bit. I have 5 minutes. What's the reason you about what you want to talk with me?
Why do you want to talk?
Yes. Why do you want to talk?
All right, nice. And Danny, how would you respond as the Earth?
Mm, so because you're the president of America, you have you have much power. So you need to help me. It's what else? You need to create rules about save the planet.
Okay.
That's it.
Instead of saying you have much power, you have a lot of power.
Okay.
All right, and I think we're with Julieta. Julieta, how would you respond?
I need to I have to when you have to hear many other people, how can I say that? Many.
When you have to like please everybody?
Yes, I have to please many. I have to please many companies, and they have a lot of power. But I will chew it over.
Nice. Good job with chew it over. What's chew it over mean, Julieta?
To think about it.
Good. And Julio, how would you respond?
Okay, I guess you are not listening. I am planet Earth. I have a starved species bigger than yours. I have lived here for millions of years. I am the Alpha and the Omega. So if you don't listen to my demands, chaos will be cast upon you and your people.
Nice. I like the I think that's probably the best part of that whole thing. Well done. Mustafa, how'd you respond?
No, please, don't do that. I was kidding. I was just kidding.
Okay, good. Rebecca, how'd you respond?
Well, if you don't give me another option, I'll be very restricted and I don't know, and I will be very restricted and take more, take serious, I take a serious way to resolve some stuff.
I'll take serious actions.
Actions, yeah, the word I was looking for, yeah. The situation, better.
Okay, if you don't give me another option, I'll be very strict and take serious actions to resolve this situation. All right. Julia, how'd you respond?
Okay, Earth, I understood what you want. Stop torturing me.
I understand what you want. Stop torturing me.
Stop torturing me.
All right. Good. And Danny, how'd you respond?
Mm, you need to promise me uh, that you really help to me and you don't uh, just saying it because you want to do something to do another stuff and not talk to me.
Okay. You will really help me, and you're not just saying it because you want to do something else and not talk to me. Okay. And Julieta, how'd you respond?
I promise you, but we have a lot of red tape. That's the problem.
A lot of red. Nice. Good. Nice use of red tape, too. And so we are just about out of time. Does anybody have any questions or comments or anything they'd like to say before we finish up?
Question red tape, what means?
Julieta?
Bureaucracy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So excessive rules and regulations that prevent you from getting things done. Bureaucracy you could use as well. Red tape, though. Yeah. Any other questions? Comments? All right. Really nice job, guys.
There are really cool CNN commercials talking about media. Commercials where they in this commercial you can hear Mother Earth or nature talking to humanity, and they are like really inspiring. So I'm gonna give you the link to you
Sweet.
guys.
Mhm.
I love them. The English is very nice, very easy to understand, and it's a really cool message. Like every time I see the commercials on TV, I say like, wow, I gotta do something to be more conscious about my environment.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. And yeah, thanks again for coming in, guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon.